Okay, this is our Show What You Know page. And as I said earlier, it wants us to compare those first three pencils from shortest to longest. And as we're looking at it, we have three pencils, 1, 2, 3. And obviously we can see very clearly which one is our shortest, right? Which is this pencil here, which is the size of some of the pencils that you guys like to write with in school. Then this would be our number 2 pencil, and this would be our number 3 pencil. So those are easy to compare, and those are easy to put in order, okay? Because there's a very distinct difference between the shortest and the longest. The second thing they want us to do here is using non-standard units to measure. So that's back to using something like our die to measure with, or block, or using our paper clip to measure with, okay? So if we were to use blocks, as they're asking us to do on this particular page, taking that little block and measuring this rectangle with it, how many blocks do you think it would take to measure that rectangle? And the same thing, they want you to take this block and they want you to measure the crayon with it. So we could say maybe this is 5 blocks long, and maybe this would be 7 blocks long or 6 blocks long, okay? We can't actually do it on this page with the blocks because I don't have anything small enough to measure on this page. But if you did it at home, you probably came out with a measure. The last thing they want us to do is to measure the pencil. So we have a pencil here, right? And they wanted you to measure it with a paper clip. So what I would have you do is take your pencil that you have at home, lay it down on your table, and find something that's small, like a paper clip, or maybe you could use a dime or a quarter or a penny, and see how many pennies across it is, or how many quarters across it is. If you have blocks at home, that'll work too, okay? So let's look at our next pages. We've got lots of new words in here. One of the words that you need to recognize is this word right here called estimate. An estimate is a guess at how long something is, okay? Inches, that is a measure that you're going to use on the ruler that I sent home with you. A foot is actually how long the ruler is altogether. A foot is 12 inches total, okay? A measuring tape and a yardstick are longer. They are 36 inches, and that is 3 feet, because we have 3 sets of 12 in 36, okay? So right here it says an estimate is an amount that tells about excuse me, how many about how many paper clips something is, about how many blocks something is, okay? This is an inch, all right, on a standard ruler. And then 1 foot, which is your whole ruler, is the same as 12 inches, okay? A yardstick, like I said, is 3 feet or 36 inches, okay? So let's go to your first page, and they wanted you to measure this string right here using these blocks, okay? So how many blocks long is it? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. From beginning to end, it's 4 blocks long. If each one of these blocks, or tiles as they are calling them, is 1 inch, then how many inches long is this string? It's going to be 4 inches, okay? So down here, if we use those same tiles that are up here to measure these lengths down here, we would have to figure out about how many inches it is. Now, I know you're at home and you probably don't have tiles, okay? This is also a place where you can be creative and find something around the house that's about 1 inch long. And if you want to take it and compare it on a ruler, which I have here, okay? I don't know if you can see it clearly or not. So this is 1 inch right here from the edge to this 1 inch mark. And I think my die is a little less than 1 inch, so I couldn't use this as an inch measure. Let's see about a paper clip. I think a paper clip is going to be too long, because if we go from 1 inch to past 2, see, it's way too long to use that as a 1 inch measure. So you're going to have to be creative at home to find something to measure with that's 1 inch long, and then go ahead and measure up these units right here. Okay. Now this is on your own, same thing. You're going to use something at home that you found that's about 1 inch long to measure each one of these things that they have here. Looks like we have a chain and a string and another longer string, a crayon, and a pipe cleaner. Okay. And don't forget to do your word problems. Let's look at this one. Blue paper chains are 4 inches long. Red paper chains are 3 inches long. How many are needed to have 10 inches of paper chains? So somehow we have to add 4 and 3 more than once to get 10 inches. So use your addition skills to figure that one out, okay? All right. So again, they want you to use the color tiles. So you're going to use whatever it is that you found at home that's 1 inch long, okay? And here's your lesson check for the first unit. Remember, our lesson check is on our own, and it's always a review of things that we've already done. So we're looking at money again, and time, and addition.